Welcome back to another episode of Tech Tutorial Tuesday. Today we'll be looking at the different help sections in Yardi and Entrata. Let's start off with Yardi Voyager. So you can see I have my Voyager open on my screen here, and to access the help module in here, we're just going to come up to the top taskbar and click help. Now you can do this from any page in Yardi. You should always see the help section on the top there. And once this loads up, it will give us a display of all the different help categories on our left side here. So it's going to start very general and get more in depth as you click into each different section. So we'll do core, for example. Then we can go to, let's say, financials. Then we can go to payment processing. And then in here we can find a check scan user guide. So this is just one example here in Yardi Voyager, but you will find help sections on every aspect of the system in here. You just need to know the right place to find it. So if we would click on check scan setup here, we'd see our check scan setup guides. You can always come back up to the top here and start in the Yardi help guide itself, or you can start where you began in core and kind of work your way through and find the different help sections here. You also have a search functionality in here where you can search for keywords. So say we are looking for maintenance. We can click go, and now it'll bring up all the related maintenance categories that you can look at. So while that's searching here, you also have a favorite section. So if you go and you click into one of the guides here, and then you click in your favorites, it'll save it here for future use. So if we come to search tab here, it brought up all our different maintenance categories. So let's say we wanted to look at completing property control screen, for example. If this was something that we wanted to save for ourselves for later, we could click on our favorites tab here. Now it's automatically going to populate the page that we're on, and you can just click add, and that would save it as a favorite. Then over here you also have a print symbol, so you can actually print this guide out for yourself for later use. Next we'll take a look at Yardi CRM. So you see now instead of logging into Voyager, I'm logged into CRM, and I can come up here on my dashboard to the question mark, click that, and then click on Help Center. This is going to bring up a little pop-up in the middle of your screen, Rent Cafe Help. That's going to work almost the same exact way as the help section did in Voyager. You'll have your categories here on the sides, a little bit easier to read than in Voyager. And as you click into each category, you'll see a bunch of different subcategories based on where you're clicking into. So under lead management here, if I wanted to find some help guides on the CRM queue, I can do that, and then it gets even more specific here with different categories. So then on your screen, it will display the help guide for you, give you some related ones down here as well, and then a couple other related folders. Then on the right side here, you have the search function again, where you can type in your keywords. Again, you have your print button here, where you can print out this guide. And then also you have an event section, a little bit different than Voyager. These are going to be Yardi taught classes with instructors on these different topics. So if I looked at a date and a time here for Introduction to Site Manager, and I wanted to take that class, all I have to do is click on the class. It will bring me to a new page where I can register for that Zoom meeting. And you just enter in some basic information here and click register, and they will send you a Zoom link, and you can join that class on that date and time. If the class is offered at a different day and time, but the same class, under this time section here, you'll actually be able to see the date and times that other than this one that the classes are being offered on. So now we've covered Voyager's help section, CRM's help section, and now we'll take a look at Entrata's help section. So on the Entrata dashboard here, if you come up to the top and click on the question mark, you'll see you have a couple different categories here that we'll touch on. The first one is the General Help section. So, like it says in the name, General Help, this is where you're going to find the most general way to get into these help items. So when you first click in, it's going to bring up a whole bunch of different categories for you. You'll have your search bar at the top here. You'll have a quick link to training courses, a quick link to tickets, and a quick link to contacting support. Then you also have a quick link to user guides and then training courses again. So as an example here, we'll go ahead and we'll click into residence. And then you'll see you'll get a bunch of different subcategories. So let's say we're looking at reversing a move-in. So click that. Now I have some help guides here related to reversing move-ins. So on the left side here, you'll see like a table of contents, so you can jump around to different sections of this help guide. You'll have a quick link to the training courses available for this category, and you also have a video that you can watch. Then you have a download button here, so you can download this as a PDF if you'd like to print it or save it. And you can also do a search in this specific article. So now if we click on training course, just as an example here, it will actually bring us to the training course that most closely related to this topic and what would cover reversing a move-in. So General Help is a way that you can find lots of different sections of Entrata's help module, but we'll get a little bit more specific here when we jump down to browse training courses. So now instead of just in the General Help section, we have a section here now that shows us instructor taught classes, just like Yardi. These are all pre-recorded, so they won't be live classes, but you have the option to look in the different categories here on the left-hand side. And then in the middle here, you actually have the ability to view the course or assign the course to a user. So if we click View Course here, it'll bring you right into the start of the course with the table of contents on the side. There will be different help checks throughout the actual course, some quizzes just to test your knowledge. And if you click play, the will actually start up on this training course. If you're looking for live classes, instead of browse training courses, you can come down to training calendar, and it will bring up a schedule of the live taught classes that Entrata offers. So if we were looking to this lead to lease class on June 1st, if I click into it here, I can click register now, and it will bring up a short Zoom information that you can enter in, and then all you have to do is click register and it will send you that Zoom link. Those are the different help modules some of our softwares have to offer. I hope everyone enjoyed this episode of Tech Tutorial Tuesday, and we'll see you next week.